Hello, welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here today to do the monthly reading for the month of May 2018 for the sign of Gemini, the twins. I also have burning here my intuitive candle from intuitivecandles.com. This is Majestic Rose. I'm not going to pick it up because it's probably hot, but there it is right there. 100% soy-based candles, non-harmful to your health, 40 plus burn. The great thing about these are the beautiful reveals that you sometimes, well, not sometimes, you always get. Once your wax melts down a little bit, gorgeous pendants, things like pendulums and pendants. They're just fantastic, beautiful stones. I've got so many I couldn't show them all. Anyways, the great thing about this right now at this time, there's a 10% discount for those that use the following promotional code if you so choose. Go to intuitivecandles.com to place your order. Should you be so inclined, use the promotional code BOFF10. That's the numerical 1 and 0 for Bay of Fundy Fortunes 10. All right, BOFF10. When placing your order, you'll get 10% off. Let's get into your shuffle. You want to know what's up for Gemini for the month of May 2018. Please bring us what we need to know for Gemini. We're going to be covering your overall energy, your finances and wealth, and the intimate part of your life for the month of May. Love, romance, hearth, home, family, friends, anything that's close to your heart. Okay. All right. And then we will cover your challenges for the month, card number 4, and your 5th card will be your message from Spirit. This is for Taurus. I'm going to cut and consult with Pendulum that these are indeed your cards, Taurus, for the month of May 2018. I'm still in 2017 mode. I don't know why. So if I say that absent-mindedly, don't worry about it. My intentions are for May 2018, no matter what comes out of my mouth. My head rules first. As this deck stands at the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for the monthly reading for May 2018 within human years, human time, for the sign of Gemini, the twins, are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for Gemini, the twins, for the month of May 2018 in this general public free reading. That's a good yes. That's good enough for me. It's Monday, by the way. Mine don't like working weekends. Saturdays or Sundays is so lazy. It's Monday, hello, and it's a good day so far. So catch up with the rest of us. Thank you. There we go. And dive right in. Okay. First card, your overall energy, Queen of Wands, and she's all about passion. Great card. Overall energy. What's up with you guys, Gemini? Card number 2, finances and wealth, and with the Queen, the King's not far behind. Matter of fact, he may be leading just in a different direction. We've got the King of Wands. He's all about practicality in your finances and your wealth. Card number 3, we're looking at love, intimacy, family, friends, anything close to your heart, hearth and home. And we have the 3 of Cups. What a great card to land there. Reunion. Card number 4 are your challenges for the month of May. Of course, it's going to be challenges. We got to keep it real here, right? We got the Queen of Cups. It's all about sensitivity. Look at the face cards here for you guys. Oh my gosh. Wow. So your message from Spirit, what's going on here? 9 of Wands, defense. You outstanding your boundaries. You crossing other people's boundary lines in their personal space and their life. That's what I'm getting for you, Gemini. Queen of Wands and passion, the overall energy for this month. She's all about being about passion. She's very dynamic. She's very talkative, and she leads by example. You may be taught a few lessons through example through the month of May is what I'm hearing for some of you. General reading may or may not resonate with you. All right. She's very This person walks the walk. If this is not somebody that you personally know, that's close in your life, that's somebody you interact with every day, that's who this is. And if it's not, it's the energy that's meant for you for the month of May. So either way, right? You take it, and it is fortune telling of the future. Telling of the future. If it doesn't resonate with you right now, come back and see if it did at the end of the month. Go back over the video. I don't know, you want to watch it twice in a row, but you'd have to, right? So, this is a very inspiring time. When this card shows up, it brings inspiration into the picture of your life for the month of May. And she inspires people through her beliefs. And this will be the same for you. You'll be inspired through your own beliefs, through your own works. And this energy wants to see you fulfill your potential, whatever that it means to you. In relationships, this card also speaks to the heart, and where communication is very vital with this energy. And if this is you, probably you, more than not, that if you have a real hard time dealing with people that are closed off from their emotions, even though there's a side of you, Gemini. Sorry, I call them as I see them. It's a part of you that's closed off. Remember, the twins, one of you twins that's within you, whichever side, has a tendency to shut down on emotions. This energy doesn't like that when people are closed off from their emotions. Some people always have a poker face. It never changes under any situation, any circumstance, any moment. It usually doesn't change. Once you look at the eyes, if you're watching their eyes, you'll see that there's a flicker there, something going on. But communication is vital when this card shows up. If you identify with this as the U card, any of you, it's time to explore your passions. This doesn't mean because it's wands that it is definitively the end-all to be-all when it comes to fire signs. No, it doesn't. In my readings, that unless I hear this is just for fire signs, I'm not hearing that. If I don't hear that, I throw that in there. I don't care if you're like me and you're a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Or a water sign. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter here at this point with this card. This is an overall energy card. This is your energy. Yes, there could be some fire-based because it's passion. So we'll give it that much. As far as the fire signs go, passion is always red hot, fire, heat, all those words that go with it. But the advice of this card, explore your passions and look to unconventional people, go to brand new places to find inspiration. That always inspires me. If I'm someplace I've never been before, there's a lot of observing and absorbing going on because I want to carry some home with me. I want to feel that inspiration and that fire. Follow your intuition. It's going to be your best guide as far as that goes. Your keywords are enthusiasm and leadership, creativity, intuition, strength, relationships, my favorite English word, integrity. Counts for everything. This is card number 2, your finances and your wealth, and we're looking at the King of Wands. All about practicality. All right, falling into your financial side, and here it's I'm thinking it should have maybe in the real world would have been her falling in that place, but in this case it is not. But this energy, again, this person is a very inspiring leader. Somebody wants things to go their way financially within a multiple I don't want to say bank account, but there's more than one hand in the pot. All right. When this card shows up, there has to be the influence of practicality. If you want that bowl to fill, and there's so many hands going into it, you're going to have to set an example. Take it upon yourself. Be open-minded to other people's reaction to it and deal with them one at a time. We could be talking a married couple here, a couple cohabitating, trying to join their finances together as well, and trying to find a middle ground of agreement so it's done peacefully. That's a balancing act, and that's a very delicate one at that. Most of this should come quite easily. It shouldn't be that much of a challenge to find the common ground. It'll come easier than you think that it will. So typical here of Gemini. Travel can be associated with this card as well. Remain practical. when it comes to doing, especially be on the same page with each other. If you're planning a trip with somebody somewhere, make sure that you're on the same page. For the love, never mind. They're just stories that could be told where people weren't, and the hilarity of all the errors that happened that followed that. If you're identifying with this card at all, then you should find practical solutions to any financial problems or agreements for like travel plans, where to move, what neighborhood to go to, this kind of thing. Keep in contact with all your outer friends, even if you're coming together as a unity of one. Make sure you don't leave off your friends or your own personal contacts, professional or personal. You want them to continue to grow. There's a bit of a threat there of you falling into that, making one person the center of your whole world, and there's no room for anybody else. That's not good. That's not healthy. You can't lose your life and yourself. That was part of your attraction. The other person was attracted to the whole package. Don't shave yourself down to just you. Don't do that. The advice of this card: explore your passions, look to unconventional people, go to new places. Your keywords are energy, creativity, power, wisdom, passion, freedom, and openness. All right? It'll all be okay. It'll all be all right. Your financial situation, as far as that goes, common sense would dictate that if there's more than one person, it's going to do, there's a couple, it's going to do one or two things. Your bottom line's going to shrink, or it's going to double, and hope for you that it does double. Your third card in this reading, we're looking at the Three of Cups, the reunion. It's falling into your family sector, your friends, your love, romance, intimacy, and all that good stuff here. Here we're looking at a gathering with friends for you, probably family celebrations, weddings coming up as well, reunions overall, parties and gatherings, spending time with those people in your life that you're very, very comfortable with. This is a beautiful card. This shows family unity, family at its best, coming together for celebrations or that kind of thing. I didn't realize my top was dripping down like that. Sorry, hold on, I'll make myself decent here. God, nobody wants to see that. Oh, sorry. I look at some of the videos or go back, you know, because a lot of times in private readings and stuff like that, they'll say, can you go back to this time and could you explain that? And then I'll go, oh my God, what the hell happened? And it's embarrassing because I can't fix it once they've got it, right? So anyway, we're all human. We're all, Jesus. It's the last thing I want to see in a tarot video is somebody's, you know, major cleavage. Okay, Natalie, move on. They'll never forget it. But this is family at its very, very best for some of you out there. I got a really good feeling, and it's very warm, and it runs very, very deep. It's almost primal. For some of you, this is a huge, huge time in your family. Everybody coming together, and this is your family. This is people that you have a connection to, unlike any other connection in the world. Yeah, I'm hearing the saying, some of us don't, we pick our family. We pick and choose who we call family. It's very true in the real world. I'm not debating that at all. But this is mostly blood relation, or long, super long time family, friends, where they're not really friends. They are part of this community of family within you. I'm getting such a good feeling about this. Really nice and warm. It's fantastic. You feel at home. You feel comfortable. You know, if you do the deep belly laugh or you snort when you're laughing, you're way across the room or way across the yard, everybody's going to say, yeah, I know who that is. I'm so glad they're here. It wouldn't be the same without that laugh ringing out across the way, or the laugh where people start, this kind of thing. Just good feelings all the way around for you. I'm trying to move beyond it, but it's just I can't find the right words to truly express what I'm feeling here for you. It's incredible. There could be new love found at this reunion as well. It could be a family member has brought a friend along. Somebody that you already knew is what I'm hearing. And it's just like zoom. As soon as you make eye contact with this person, something happens. Dun, da, da, da. New love for a few of you here. Wonderful. Feels real good too. It really does for you. And the advice of this card: be carefree and enjoy this time with those that you love and those that you can call your own, and they make you laugh. Education, or keywords, are celebration, not education. I do verbatim on the keywords and the advice from the book. The rest, no. My intuition overrides everything anyway. It doesn't matter. Celebrations, friendship, healing, fun, some flirtation, some indulgence, and some creativity there as well. All right. Okay, so your challenges for the month: remain sensitive. Sometimes, Gemini, you know, I don't know if I call it a strength or a weakness, but sometimes you guys can kind of like shut down the feeling train, and become very, almost like, somebody that's people that are highly intellectual. Like Sheldon Cooper character from Big Bang. It's all about physics. Everything's black or it's white. There's no color in between. Well, we know that there is, right? But you're real good at that. Some of you are very good at shutting things down. And you won't deal with it either, or let it out to even analyze or look at it unless you're forced to. It's emotions. We don't want to deal with all that crap. We just want to move on with our day and get things done. You know, that kind of a thing, right? Some of you can be that way. Insensitive. Even this is the card of sensitivity. Doesn't matter. That's what I'm hearing. That is the intuition being brought forward from this card from Spirit and being channeled out to you, the viewer. When she shows up, things like sensitivity come to the forefront here. Compassion come to the forefront. Gentleness comes to the forefront. You are being nudged, for those of you that can do that emotional shutdown, you're being nudged to get on that elevator and go back up again. All right? Do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. You were insensitive to somebody. You ignored somebody when they needed you. Something like this has gone down for somebody. Let your heart melt a little bit. All right? Feel something. Allow yourself to do that. This is something you have to do. It's being called on. All right? So you need to do this, Gemini, for somebody. Anybody running, there's a challenge there, and you're like kind of fight. This got this inner struggle going on, right? But you're conscious. You're not saying you don't have a conscience, because you do. Because it's kind of niggling you back here somewhere going. And it's so uncomfortable. This may be something for some of you that you need to work on. All right? Your sensitivity levels, right? Because later you feel regret that you behaved or responded in a certain way to somebody that was insensitive and you didn't mean to. I'm not saying you guys do it intentionally. You just do it, and then later there's this feeling of regret. It's kind of bugging you and niggling you. Geez, don't you have to go find them and apologize? Isn't that, don't you hate it when that happens? Just shows that you're a good person at the very core of you, and that you have a conscience, and you're realizing, I didn't, whoopsie, and I didn't mean to. But you're frustrated that you, on the other hand, that other side of you goes, the hell do I have to go apologize for? I didn't mean it. It's not like I did it on purpose. I don't understand that part. I just don't get humans at all. You know, take my word for it. Force yourself, like I said, get back on that lift and bring yourself up. Go find that person. You're going to need to apologize. And be sincere, for crying out loud. Now is the time for some of you to invest more time into your most personal relationships as well. It is vital that you follow that. A spirit wants you to know that. That's all coming forward for you, Gemini. Some of you, if you can get on top of that insensitivity, that it seems to be threatening to come forward through the month of May an awful lot. You find life easier when you're like that, but you don't get emotionally involved. Life just goes along a lot smoother. There's less drama and that kind of thing going on, but I'm sorry, it's going to keep rearing its head, and there's a reason for that. But if you get on top of that, you may capture a moment where new love could come into the picture for some of you, but you're not going to attract anything or anybody if you're being insensitive, okay? So you need to work on that in the most kindest way from Spirit, all right? The advice of this card: is tune into your nurturing side. In my head, not spirit, because it doesn't think this way, but I'm going. After all that, tune into your nurturing side being the advice. And in my head said, no shit, Sherlock. Ah, geez. Sometimes this is fun. Indecision, and use your, when it comes to making decisions, use your intelligence side rather, um, um, as well. It's going to be your best guide when it comes to making decisions. Get smart about them. Your keywords are love and nurturing. Um, Creativity is coming to the forefront as well. It's a little bit of sympathy that we have to work on there for others. Protection and emotions. You're an emotional creature. All right, whether you like it or not, you are. Your next card is the Nine of Wands, and it is your message from Spirit. There we go. Okay, so we're looking at defense, Nine of Wands, and that really matches up with your challenges because you're feeling, like I said, defensive, feeling, oh, why should I have to do that? I really don't want to do that. I don't want to go find somebody and tell them I'm sorry for not feeling for them. I didn't do it on purpose, right? So you're feeling a little bit defensive on that. You've got this inner argument going on with both sides, arguing within yourself, and you're not liking that either. Now I'm fighting with myself, and I don't like that. Strictly, purely, unquestionably, Gemini personalities, correct? But this card does see you fully exerting yourself. You feeling very protective of yourself, your job, your properties, defending your actions is coming to the foreground. I know that, and this is coming from Spirit. This is directly from Spirit when it comes to this message. You're going to be feeling a need to stand by your actions, asking yourself if maybe you were hurt in the past. That could be the reason why you get like this sometimes. You're holding too tight to the past due to fear. You're not going to go through that again. A lot of people that become that way, closed off emotionally, and they become insensitive, is because they were deeply hurt before, many, many, many moons ago. And they said never again. The best thing to do is to never be hurt again, is to never feel again. Look at everything in a logical way, right? Everything's physics, after all, right? No, not when it comes to human beings, not at all. You may be feeling a need for, and that's part of your personality too, Gemini, is feeling a need for constant diligence about some things in your life, and it becomes more of an exhausting habit, almost like OCDC, right? Rather than a free choice. But the advice of this card and from Spirit is to protect what is yours, but free up your thinking and start creating some mental space for your future. Give yourself a break and focus on something new and refreshing, like thinking ahead for the future. Let the word future, future, future draw you in right there, and let yourself get lost in that. Keywords of determination, sacrifice, challenges, hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear coming into the foreground there for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this reading, I hope it was a little entertaining. I hope you got something from it. I hope it helps. And I hope it leaves you with some hope. If you like this reading, I do offer the service for private readings. The information for that's found right down below this video window. In the show more section, read through, grab my email. That's the only email that I have that I use for everything. And get in touch with me. Things are getting really busy, so maybe longer than the usual 48-hour wait. You may be looking into 4 to 5 days, especially I'm going on a 3-day hiatus. Once all these 12 videos have been published for all of you, I'll be not responding to emails or anything. If you want to go ahead, a lot of people now, they don't even send me an email first. They go in and they just pay. And I'll hear from them maybe the next day. Hi, I sent whatever through PayPal or e-transfer. I'd like to get a reading, blah, blah, blah. You know, if you do that, that's something new. But if you do that, just know that there are going to be other people in front of you. There's my 3-day break that I have to get in there so that I'm good to somebody or good for something. Otherwise, I'm pretty burned out because that's what I did the last time and I got sick. And it just made me weak, and it brought out other problems. I didn't come up for air between the marathon of 12 readings and then I jumped right into another marathon of private readings and then crashed. I had a break imposed upon me. I don't want to go through that again. So, having said that, also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you, everybody, for your likes and your shares. And if you'd like, you can join us on Facebook if you're a member here. If you're not a Facebook hater, jump on over to Facebook, go under groups, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. It is closed and private group full of like-minded people like me, like yourself. Don't forget about the promotional code. Go Intuitive Candles for Intuitive Candles as well. And it is BOFF10, the number 10. 10. That'll get you 10% off. Everybody else, if you're looking for me, if you don't find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, you will find me walking down below along the water's edge in the cove that holds the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet. The beautiful, the bountiful Bay of Fundy. Doesn't matter where you find me, chances are you're going to catch me waiting on the next high tide. Keep the peace in so you can share that light and that love out with the world. Give a stranger a smile. You'll never know what that could do for their day. Hope to see you back here again. Have a wonderful month. Goodbye for now.